Everybody, Jaguar Scion here. As you can see, I'm getting ready for a trip. But since the last video actually didn't, to me, was pretty well, I was down in Las Cruces for about 2 to 3 days, and I got some more models. Because in my last video, as you remember, I only had my captain, well, Infernus Marine, some Infernus Marines, my sergeants. That's all I had. Well, plus my Termagants. But now I've gotten some kit bashing done. I've gotten more stuff. Got more paint, more glue. Always need the glue. But don't sniff it. That screws up your brain. You need that. Anyways, I got some things. So, this is the revamped version of my first Space Marine, or Adeptus Astartes. This is now Captain Balsing. Yes, he has 2 blades, but I decided to give him a sword, because it made more sense than him holding his Infernus gun, personally. And since I didn't have any base extenders, I just used a Gatorade bottle cap and hot glued him on. But his blade is from the Blade Guard veterans, and as you know, I've been getting into Warhammer. But there's one, not really a rule, but like a moral for me. If I have Infernus Marines, I'm going to attach him to them. I mean, that makes sense. He was an Infernus Marine. I always just like to make him feel, you know? I also was messing around with some sprues, since I have so much. I made a little axe, because I just made a little axe. But I did make something important, well, to me anyways. I made a banner. These colors, black, gold, red, and silver, these are the colors of my army. They are my army. The custom army is now called Ascio Flaretarium. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it. But basically, the flames of old. Makes them sound old, but yeah. And I do have something to say. To the Avalon Books and Music Store in downtown Silver City, New Mexico, I am grateful. Specifically to the painter, Tom, who gave me and got me deeper into the rabbit hole. So that's why I have so many Infernus Marines, because they're like the first unit. Now, thanks to Tom and some guidance, I have officially got my first Dreadnought. It is a vulnerable Dreadnought, 3D printed. I had to make the base since there wasn't any. But this is my first ever Dreadnought. I tried my best with the edge highlighting. Reminder, I don't have an airbrush or air painter or whatever they're called. I did all this by hand. The claws are bloody. He has a Gatling gun and his missile pods, and for like the war gear I've chosen, I've always liked the heavy damage and removable of flamers. So this army, which is currently at 807 points, is the trying to remember. Flame. It has something with flames in it. I think it's like Flame Destruction Force or something. I don't remember. But then, of course, you can't have the Blade Guard arm without Blade Guard. So, I got some Blade Guard as well. I got the Combat Patrol for the Ultramarines. This is the Sergeant. This is just a normal one. this guy has a plasma pistol. They personally, I feel like they look pretty good. I know I'm not, great at painting, really, but yep. Then, as you know, in that combat patrol, I also got some aggressors. This one, I decided to give him 2 flamers, and he is the sergeant. He's a sergeant, while these 2 are not. One of them on each hand has a storm bolter. The other hand has a flamer. This guy just has both flamers. And I still have more bits too. So, yeah. Then, this is probably one of my second favorite squads. Reavers. Or what I like to call them, Reapers. Not Von Lion Reapers from the Tyranids. Reapers. Like the Grim Reaper. Because their mask had a skull. I mean, hey, might as well. So I managed to get a 5-man squad of Reavers. They can deep strike, which is actually going to be like a very pivotal role in my army. But I'll go into more detail that later when I'm in Portland, Oregon, playing my first game. Then, finally, well, not finally, I have one more model. 2 more. Then we have my intercessors. This is my intercessor squad. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 5. This is my army. Well, not my army, but my intercessor squad. And you might be asking, why is this one different than the others? Simply put, I kid bashed him. Like, I just thought he would be a little cool, more different. Because he actually has a name, and it's Selzin. Selzin, kind of like Salazar Slytherin. For the Harry Potter folks out there. Zerzin. Basically, he was a part of the Death Watch. But his gargoyles got into the vehicle. Kind of like in the beginning of Space Marine 2. Their vehicle crashed on a desolate planet. He was the last one standing. Last one alive. He lost his hand because it got trapped in the door when he was trying to open it, so it just got removed. So I just decided to give him a knife hand. His power blade is purposely busted. I just figured it'd be cool like that, and I put one of the shoulder pads right here, if the camera will focus, right there to look like a shipwreck. Now, to remind everybody, this is a custom chapter. I am using the Ultramarine rules and codex just so I can actually play. No custom data sheets or anything like that. Just custom paint jobs, custom names, custom backstory. I've always liked how the orcs together have a psychological mind. Like they're like psychers. And a bunch of them collected together, like red makes things go fast. Black means more damage, I think? I can't remember. Orc players, help me out on that. So I decided to combine that with my army. They are primarily psychers, but they don't have access to it. So it's like it's there, but they can't use it, if that makes sense. It's like that's a good example. You're trying to open a door through a wall. Simplest thing I could think of. But for those who can, they have the mimic ability. Kinda like Mimic Tier from Elden Ring. So within the box, I got Chief Librarian Tigurius, as it shows right here. I decided to make it kind of seem like he's different in a way. Well, in multiple ways. He's still Tigurius, but due to the Infernus Marines thinking that they're already kind of going mad in the head, they can shapeshift, basically. So kind of like the Alpha Legion mixed with orcs. Simplest thing, personally. What else? Oh yeah. Since I'm so close to a 1,000-point army, I'm only missing 2 units. A drop pod. I like the deep strike mechanic a lot. I've always found that cool. And a Desolator squad. The Desolator squad I might not use. I might swap it out for another Dreadnought. Maybe another vulnerable Dreadnought. Or maybe in a drop. Well, since... Yeah, I could probably get like a Ballistic Dreadnought, maybe? I think it's 150 points. But yeah, I'm gonna put that in there and a drop pod. So I could, like... Since a drop pod can carry about to 12 Marines, and I have 2 squads of 6, I'm going to put them into the drop pod, slam it down onto my opponent's field if it's 9 inches away, according to deep strike rules, and just burn them from the inside. So it's going to be kind of like a pincer movement, in a way. But yeah, that is my army so far. Yeah. Here. But yeah, I just figured you guys might like it. And if you guys have like any tips, tricks I could do for painting, huge shout out to Avalon Books and Music for giving me, well, Tom from Avalon Books and Music for helping my passion in Warhammer. Because normally I don't have the money for this, I'm barely getting a job soon. But the fact he gave me the Dreadnought and so much Infernus Brains, I owe him. So, when I go to Portland, Oregon, I'm going to ask my opponent if I could record. Hopefully they say yes. If not, then there won't be a video that day. Oh, hold on. I'm about to see. Excuse me. But yeah, I am hoping I can ask my opponent when I get to Portland to go against me. And if I could record it, so I can... I'm what they call a toolbox player. In Magic the Gathering, my Eshki Dragonclaw deck is designed to counter different things. For example, I have a lot of recursion in my deck. So I could, in case if there's mill, I can get it back. With Yu-Gi-Oh, I run a yin-yang, or light or dark, or chaos Xyz deck. I have, I think, 1 link monster in there. I don't remember. But I only use monsters that are light or dark. So I have Chaos Sorcerer, Blacklusted Soldier, Envoy, Evening Twilight. But that deck is strange. It can win. It can. But it depends on the hand. So it just, like, if you guys know of Yu-Gi-Oh! The original show, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, you can tell it's iffy at times. So this army is the exact same concept. I'm the exact same concept. I watch a lot of play on tabletop. So I kind of map out different players' playstyles. For example, orcs, that's the only thing that came to my mind. No offense to orc players. But primarily, orcs want to get close range to activate the wall. I'm sorry if I can't say it well, my mom's sleeping. But, with all that, this is Dragos Ion. Oh, silly me. Well, yep, from... What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, but the orcs, they want to get close range. My army is a mid-range, so... Fire. Fire hot. Quote Frankenstein. Well, that's about it, really. This is Dragos Ion saying, peace out.